Hello, my darlings. Oh boy, we have another Berkeley Breathed book, thanks to Jonathan Cleet. Oh, he's so good to us. This one is called Mars Needs Moms, and we'll find out why. Mars Needs Moms. Purple. Pretty color. Mars Needs Moms. And here's Milo. He looks kind of feeling like he's not feeling so good today. And here's what he says. Mothers. Milo often wondered what was so special about them. And there's him with a dandelion in his mouth. His dog, they're like, having kind of a bad day. And there's his mom gardening. You can see her there. Anyone could see that moms were giant, summer-stealing, child-working, perfumey garden goblins. There was hardly much special about that. Feeling grumpy. You want to feel grumpy with me? Let's do a grumpy face, even if you don't feel grumpy. Let's feel like he feels. Good, good. And there he is, feeling just grumpy like we are. Now look at, there's his mom pointing at him. Mothers were also bellowing broccoli bullies and carrot-cuddling cuckoos. Nothing very special about that, thought Milo. Look at the great art in their house, too. And then here he is taking out the trash. He doesn't like taking it out either. And there she is in the window with her hands on her hips. Mothers were slave-driving, trash-mashing, rubbish odor ogres. I'm going to say rubbish odor ogres. Nothing special about that. I love how he uses words. Uh-oh. And then he just decides to paint his sister. Purple, is it? And mothers were thundering, humorous tyrants. This afternoon, Milo's mother missed what was funny about sister tinting. He tinted her purple. Up to bed now, she thundered. Tyrant, barked Milo. No supper, said his mother. Do you want to say that with me? No supper. And there she is, pointing up the stairs to his bed. And then he yells at her, and there she is in the door, closing the door, and he decides to just yell at her and have at it. As she left his room, Milo yelled, I sure don't see what's so special about mothers. She paused when he said this, and then closed the door very, very slowly. Exhausted from his fit, Milo felt very, very asleep. Milo slept so deeply that he never heard the distant roar of rocket engines in the night sky beyond his window. He never saw the tongue of orange flames light up the nearby hills. The spaceship landed just outside of town. They'd arrived. But who? And here's the spaceship landing. And he goes to the window to see, who is it? Martian raiders. Worse, Martian raiders with a big net. They climbed down from their starship and gazed over the town below, looking for that most marvelous treasure. Treasure that could never, never be found on Mars. A treasure called, and here's the picture of them landing. And I'm going to look for this treasure that could never, ever be found on Mars. A treasure called moms. Moms, and there they are. They're hanging out, ready to snatch a mom. Look at, she's got all of her arms full, or both arms full. She can't even reach. Here's we don't want to miss this. There's a Starbucks cup there, and they're going to pull it away. But she couldn't reach down and pick it up anyway. Her arms are full. Ooh, they thought, to nab one of those. Any mother would do. They don't have mothers on Mars, you know. Martians grow motherless from the ground like potatoes. The raiders had some early mom nabbing trouble. Bolder action would be needed. That wasn't working. New plan. They had to nab some mothers. Milo awoke to strange sounds down the hall. He peeked around the door to see his mother being carried past the bathroom by 3 Martians the color of jelly beans. That, he thought, is something you don't see every day. Like, never. There they are, carrying the mom. Carrying her. Goodness. Milo chased the Martian raiders and their now awake prize out of the house and down the streets and into the hills and up to the spaceship which roared into the night sky. Milo suddenly wondered why he would want to be dangling miles above the earth chasing his carrot-cuddling mother. He decided to figure it out later. He just went with his instincts and got on the big ship just in time. Milo found himself locked in the bottom of the spaceship, so he put on a spare space helmet and curled up in a corner, trying to stay warm. He slept as the ship sped toward the distant red planet. You can see a little inset of him sleeping locked in kind of a corner of the workroom of the spaceship. Milo awoke to find the ship still and quiet. The door was open, and suddenly he knew why Mars so badly wanted mothers. So he goes out, and suddenly he knew. And here's how he knew. The Martians needed driving to soccer and to ballet and to play dates, parks and pizzas, plus cooking and cleaning and dressing and packing lunches and bandaging boo-boos. So here are the Martians trying to smile at the mom and say, see, we need mothers here. Come on, it'll be fun. They'd seen it in their telescopes. They'd seen the mothers. It was obvious. Mars needs moms. How perfectly, completely sensible of them, thought Milo. And he decided to just go tell them just that. But he tripped down he went, landing very hard, but in one piece. But his helmet, not so much. So he trips, his helmet breaks, as he's going to try and tell them that he understood why they wanted moms. But he doesn't have the helmet. So he gasped and he choked. And as anyone knows, breathing Martian air is like breathing mustard. He sucked it in and then immediately grew weak and dizzy, and things began to go dark. Milo was fading. He barely sensed someone approaching. Oh, here comes his mom, just in time. And he barely sensed the gentle hands place her own helmet over his head. Milo opened his eyes, and for the first time, he saw neither a broccoli bully nor a slave-driving garden gnome. Ogre. Let's say that again. He saw neither a broccoli bully nor a slave-driving garden ogre. Suddenly, he knew what was special about mothers. She looked at him smiling and said, first I want to show you how much she loves him. Look at her looking at him. She looked at him smiling and said, I'll love you to the ends of the universe. And then she breathed in the terrible air, closed her eyes, and leaned on Milo, growing very, very still. The Martians watched, unmoving, confused. Help her! He yelled angrily. Do you want to do that with me? Help her! He yelled angrily. Then he added, she's my mother! And there he is saying, help her, she's my mother. Finally, the mighty Mom Nabbery of Mars understood. The mighty Mom Nabbers of Mars. Let's say that again. Finally, the mighty Mom Nabbers of Mars understood. Their wonderful telescopes had seen many things about mothers down on Earth, but like certain little boys, they'd missed the best part. The Martians quickly fetched another helmet and hoped that it wasn't too late. So there they are, Milo and his mom, and they're rushing over with fresh helmet to hope to save her. They understood, all of them understood. And they're carrying her home to planet Earth and Milo. They helped Milo carry his mom aboard the ship, which lifted off for the long journey home. Her eyes remained closed as they roared through the stars. Milo would stay curled close to her all night. And he would be there when she woke up in the morning. And there's the Martians looking in. And there he is, curled up with his mom. The end. Mars needs moms, and Milo does too. And we do too. So thanks for enjoying this with me. Aren't these wonderful? The words are so good. I'll see you next time. I think I might have another one or two. Thank you, Jonathan Cleet. Bye.